What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTP Sports. And the Flyers win at home in another goddamn shootout. Third shootout in a row by a score of 4-3 against the San Jose Sharks. Matvei Michkov returns to the lineup. He gets 2 points and also records a goal in the shootout. Am I surprised? No, I am not. Probably shouldn't have been benched in the first place. But John Tortorella will take credit for the entire thing. So it is what it is at this point. But also, it's why you don't bench Matvei Michkov, because he just makes your team offensively that more dynamic. No wonder why the power play was struggling the past few games, because Matvei Michkov wasn't in the lineup. Inserted into the lineup, nice passing play between him and Emil Andre for a one-time tic-tac-toe right to Travis Konechny in the slot. Nice peeper goal there. Also was on the ice for a 5-on-5 goal from Erik Johnson, out of all people. Hell, Erik Johnson had a hell of a shift, scores a bingo, and then stands up for Matvei Michkov on the very next face-off. As you know, Matvei Michkov and the San Jose player were going at it. Johnson steps in, fights the guy, standing up for Michkov. Love seeing that 100%. And then you get a sequence where Michkov is cheating on the play in the defensive zone, out there just hanging around in the neutral zone. Flyers get the puck back, a nice stretch pass all the way to Michkov. I believe it was from Paling, if I'm not mistaken. Michkov on the breakaway goes 5-hole to get a nice goal there for him. So that's 2 points on the night for Michkov there. And then, like I said, just adding the icing to the cake, he scores a beautiful shootout goal to give the Flyers the lead in a shootout. And they would go eventually to win that shootout as Travis Konechny scores the game winner there. And Sam Ersson stones the Sharks in the shootout. But, and there's a big but there, Flyers had a 3-0 lead after Matvei Michkov's breakaway goal in the second period. 3-0 lead. Now you already know, because I've said and you already know the result, the Flyers went to a shootout after leading 3-0 in this game. So that means they blew a 3-0 lead. Now the Flyers had a billion chances. They probably could have had at least 6 goals on the board tonight. Travis Konechny had so many chances on wide open nets where he misses them. There was a chance in the third period where, TK puts it right onto the crease, goes through the goaltender. Couturier has a wide open net for him to just bury the puck that's just laying there right in the crease, and he whiffs on it. There were so many situations where the Flyers were just 100% whiffing on things and doing a little too many things in the offensive zone for my liking. But the one thing that really, and I mean really, bothers me with this game, you go up 3-0. Okay, Sam Ersson has to make a save, a little bit of an after, whistle scrum, just normal things out there. But then, out of nowhere, basically, Nick Seeler and Barclay Goodrow are chirping at each other, and they get into a fight. Then that happens, and then not so long later, Owen Tippett turns the puck over in the offensive zone. San Jose goes the other way, throw a puck cross crease, goes off of a skate and into the net. All of a sudden, San Jose is on the board, and not that long after that, they get another goal to make it 3-2. So there's a whole lot of things wrong with that. One, obviously, the breakdowns in the offensive zone there by Tippett and all that stuff. But it all comes back to Nick Seeler fighting Barclay Goodrow. Why? Why are you doing that? There's no need for it. You're up 3-0 in the game. It's halfway through the second period. There is no need to fight. There really just isn't. And you're going up against an agitator, in a grinder, in Barclay Goodrow, who is clearly trying to spark his team, spark his bench to wake up and come back into this game. You basically just fed right into what Barclay Goodrow wanted to do. It was stupid right from the get-go, and I knew that was going to come back to bite them in the ass, regardless of on how many chances that they flubbed on, basically, throughout this game. You don't fight with a 3-0 lead halfway through the second period, because it's still a game at that point. It just is. You don't do that. That was just the most boneheaded decision and boneheaded fight that I've ever seen in my life. Now, granted, these are two different scales of what it's reminding me of, but it's a clear reminder of what happened. I believe this was the 2009 playoffs, first round, Flyers against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Game 6, Flyers are trying to force a Game 7. They go up on a 3-0 lead in the second period, and then Dan Carcillo fights Max Talbot in an ensuing Penguins come back into the game and win it and win the series. Because Talbot was trying to spark something for his bench, and he went after Dan Carcillo because that would have been an easy fight because Dan Carcillo wasn't going to back down from a challenge. It was dumb in that moment, and Pittsburgh knew, just get Carcillo to fight, and we'll spark ourselves there. That was basically similarly to what this was. Gaudreau, your team's down 3-0. Okay, I'm the agitator. I'm the energy type of guy. I'm going to try to spark some energy for the boys there. Try to come back into this game. Going to go fight Nick Seeler, a guy that, is another person that won't back down from a fight. And Seeler went at it. He took the baits. And then ensuing, San Jose eventually ties the game late in the third period. Granted, it was a broken play. It was I'm not sure if it was a shot from the point or an attempted pass from the point, but it goes off of the skate, I believe, of Owen Tippett, and it's right on the stick of Barclay Goodrow, who buries it. So, case in point, Goudreau starts the comeback basically with the fight, and he finishes the comeback by tying it up late in the period. And then also push for shove, Matvei Michkov goes to the box right at the end of the period after he throws a couple of punches at Macklin Celebrini because they got into a little bit of a scrum. So San Jose started the overtime with a 4-on-3 power play. Sam Ersson had to make a lot of saves there on some one-timers, and he was really locked in there. So kudos to Sam Ersson, where I really don't blame him for any goal that he let in tonight. One of them was a cross-crease tap-in on a skate. The Granlund one was a snipe. He roofed it top shelf. Was Ersson maybe giving a little too much room there on the corner post? Mainly, but you also gave credit to the shot because that was basically a perfectly placed shot. And then the Goudreau goal late was just a puck that went off at the stick of Owen Tippett and then just landed right on the stick of Barclay Goudreau to where he could just wire it past him. So really don't blame Ersson at all. Really good in the overtime. Really good in the shootout once again. And the Flyers, once again, had many chances in the overtime to bury things. A lot of chances, and they don't. And also, it goes to the fact where overtime probably could have been avoided, not just because of blowing the 3-0 lead, but Joel Farabee literally had the fucking game on his stick with seconds left in the third period. I believe it was less than 20 seconds. Dude is skating through everybody. He has all the room to go right to the net. I'm not even sure what he's trying to do. I'm not even sure if he's trying to pass. I'm not sure if he's trying to do some type of shot there, but completely fucks up the entire play, and nothing happens because of it. You have the game on your stick, dude. Find a way to bury it. And I think someone was saying it was basically a small 2-0, and Michkov was trailing Farabee on the right side. Was he trying to get the puck to Michkov there to win the game? Was it something else? Did he just completely mess up the play? I have no idea. The puck's on your stick. The game's on your stick there. Find a way to bury the fucking puck. That's all I'm saying there. It's got to happen. It definitely does. So there's a lot of sour notes in this game because this game easily could have been, like I said, a 5-goal lead, a 6-goal lead because there were so many other chances that they had. Like I said, Konechny missed so many chances. There was also a situation when the Flyers were on a third period power play and San Jose had a break the other way. Konechny almost scored on his own net because I think San Jose was trying to throw a cross crease to the guy that was, basically backdoor running to the net. And Konechny was trying to break up the pass, and on the ensuing breakup, redirects the puck on Ersson. Thank God he made the save. Because, my God, Konechny had a weird night. He has the power play goal where he just buries it from the slot off the nice passing play from Andre and Michkov. But then, he has a wide open net that he just completely whiffs. I don't even know if he whiffed on it, and he just completely flubbed on the shot where it's a wide open net. Dude almost hits the post. That's how bad he missed. And then the one play in the third period where, he throws it into the crease where I'm not even sure how the goaltender Vanacek even made the save on that. It goes to the crease and then to where you couldn't bury it when the puck is literally right there waiting for him to put stick on puck and put in net. It's basically what it was. And then he gets the shootout winner on the same move that he's done for the past 2 shootouts. He's done the exact same move and he scored twice on it. Did the same thing in Tampa Bay to win the game. No, actually, no. Was it the same thing to win the game? No, that was the first goal in the shootout against Tampa Bay. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. He scored it twice on the same exact move, where he comes up slow from the right side, tries to get the goalie to move a little bit, move to the right a little bit, and just roof it top shelf on the other opposite side. So, weird night. Weird night. It does end in a Flyers win. It does end in them getting 2 points, which is the most important thing at the end of the day. Michkov was basically involved in every Flyers goal, so that's nice to see. Very nice to see. Guys should never have been benched to begin with, so we'll see where this takes them. There were some lineup changes for today's game. Jamie Drysdale's now on IR, and they're saying the injury is not too serious. They're just saying a maximum of 2 weeks at this point. What else is there to say? Jamie Drysdale has been banged up basically ever since his start into the NHL. He's very young too, and he's been injured this much. So we'll see where that takes them. Morgan Frost was a healthy scratch in today's game, so John Tortorella is definitely not happy with the way Frost is playing. So Richard got back into the lineup. Also, Ryan Poehling returned, so that I believe they sat Nick Delorier too. So Eric Johnson got back into the lineup, obviously, and he was an assist away from the Gordie Howe hat trick. So, like I said, Eric Johnson had one hell of a shift, and it's always hilarious when Eric Johnson scores a goal. But one thing that I also wanted to note it on here was a specific player, and that was Emile Andre. That was Emile Andre. Emile Andre, real deal. Kid's good. Kid's legit. He's a legitimate top 4 defenseman. Could he turn into something greater? I have no idea. But right now, this kid is a legitimate top 4 defenseman. Kid is oozing confidence. Good quarterback of a power play. The dude was going coast to coast so many times in this game. He just looks so calm and collected. He looks confident in himself. He's not a play physical. He's a very good offensive-minded defenseman. He's good on the breakout attempts. He's basically just a good all-around defenseman, and he's really impressing me basically just every single day. Every single game, he's finding a way to impress me. And it was, he got the shot last year at the beginning of the season, and he looked a little overmatched in his first, few game stint in the NHL. Definitely took that AHL time last year, learned from it, and was prepared for his call-up this year, and he's basically been running away with it. He's been getting so close to getting his first goal. He had a beautiful move in the overtime to where he almost tucked it past the goaltender. I was like, oh my God, that would have been a beauty if you found a way to bury that. But he's finding the way to get assists. He had an assist today on the Travis Konechny goal. Dude's just, making some good plays. He's looking really good out there, which is very, I wouldn't say surprising, but it's definitely something I wasn't expecting him to look so good so early on in his career. How old is Emile Andre, by the way? How old is he? Is he as young as, yeah, he's 22 years old. He's as old as Jamie Drysdale. So he's doing some good things. He's got 2 points in 8 games. He's even on the plus-minus sheet. Just looking at some of his game logs right here from the past few, he was... So in his first few games, he was a +1 against Boston. He had the assist there. On the Tyson Forrester goal, he was a +1 against St. Louis. He was a -2 against Carolina, but then basically he's been even pretty much ever since. But he had 25 minutes of on-ice time today, so Torts is showing a lot of confidence in Emile Andre, which is a very fun thing to see. Very fun thing to see right there. What else is there? Matvei Michkov has 12 points in 14 games. That's always nice. Trying to see if there's anything else here on the Twitterverse that stands out from postgame. Obviously, John Tortorella says, I wasn't worried about how he was going to respond. Michkov, that is, because he competes. Then why'd you bench him? Oh, my God. And then the hockey stats card just posted their stat sheet of, who was the most, impactful, who was the most positive impact and the most negative impactful in today's game. Matvei Michkov obviously was the most positive impact. He was the Flyers' best player on the ice. Emile Andre was very good, and that showed it on this card too. Yegor Zamula was actually pretty good in this game. Poehling was good. Sanheim was good. Sanheim has also been very impressive too. Dude is just looking like, just looking like he's coming into his own. He's just pretty steady out there. We'll see where that continues. Do I still think he's worth the contract that he's paid? No, not at the end of the day. But he is proving me wrong to an extent. He's obviously not the offensive type of defenseman that he was drafted to be, obviously. But if he can still find a way to be a really good, top four type of defenseman, two-way guy, there's something to that in this league, obviously. Let's see. Anything else? Matvei Michkov on Travis Konechny giving props to the little details in his game. If Travis says so, I will keep it. Not sure what that means there from Michkov. What else is there? Jamie Drysdale popped into the dressing room after the game and went right over to Emil Andre to give him a fist bump and presumably a compliment him on his performance for tonight. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that really stands out here, Twitter-wise, from post-game. Tort says we found a way to win. What else? Nope, not really seeing much here on anything. Not much there. So, you get the win tonight. You get the 2 points. That's all that matters. But, still not the biggest fan of blowing a 3-0 lead. And that goes back to fucking Nick Seeler fighting. It was a dumb fight to begin with. It didn't need to happen. You don't fight when you're up 3-0 halfway through the second period. You just don't. It's unneeded. So, looking at the upcoming schedule, Flyers have 2 days off here. And then they play on Thursday against the Ottawa Senators. That game will probably be, no one will really be paying attention to that game because Thursday night football for the Eagles and the Commanders, obviously that's the most important thing there. Then Saturday they play the Buffalo Sabres. That, starts a 5-game stretch of home games. Saturday against Buffalo, Monday against Colorado, 20th against Carolina, 23rd against Chicago, 25th against Vegas. And then you're on the road the day before Thanksgiving in Nashville. You're home Black Friday against the Rangers. And then you're on the road on the 30th against the St. Louis Blues to close out the month of November. So, it's basically it there. There's nothing more on the Twitterverse. So we'll call it here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section down below. Also, don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. And also use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SEATGEEK. Great deal. Don't pass it up. Appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. And I will see you next time.